Guys, have you ever thought about trying Kegel balls? These are like these little balls that you slip up into your kitty cat, into your puss, and are then gonna help, exercise your pelvic floor. Welcome back. It's your host, Halli.smith, for another episode of Girl Core. Guys, I am giving this information to you on sexual health and relationships educationally for educational purposes. I must say this because I posted one of my videos to YouTube on the vacuum seal technique, which is how I spit, slobber, and do all that on the pink water bottle. And YouTube reported it and they were like, yeah, we're flagging this shit. But I was like, this is educational. So I need to state that, I think, a little bit more. But this is all purely educational. TikTok, it's also getting freaking banned, that which sucks. SCOTUS today, the Supreme Court in the United States, decided, yes, we are going to go through and accept the ban. So I don't know what is going on, and it breaks my heart, guys. It breaks my heart to film this episode because today is Saturday. I filmed this so last minute because it has been such a week. This last week, my entire family in Los Angeles has been evacuated because of the fires. TikTok's getting banned. So much shit is going on behind the scenes in my life, and I'm just sitting here trying to get my fucking bearings on things. It's even more hilarious because during all of this, all I want to do is give you guys your sex tips, how to have fun in the bedroom, but everything's blowing up and I'm trying to act like everything's normal and cool on TikTok and not have a fucking panic attack, but everything's going to shit. And it breaks my heart because this is now the 1-year anniversary since I started my pink water bottle, lifestyle and series. I actually always want to say this because I feel like people, mainly annoying guys, are like, you're just a bop just trying to promote your OnlyFans and that's why you do this. No, the fuck it isn't. So shut the fuck up because you don't know fucking shit. Yeah, no, I started giving relationship tips, bedroom, dating advice, kissing tips way back when in fucking 2020. So go suck a big fat little dick, okay? No, I'm letting it out today. I'm just mad. I'm so sad about all this upcoming bullshit. And I'm also tired of hearing that. I'm like, no, it isn't. I started giving this relationship and dating advice way back when. You probably don't even recognize me if I showed you an old video from 2021 or 2020 of me giving you kissing tips or bedroom advice because I changed like a motherfucking chameleon, guys. I've had hair extensions, I've had red hair, I've had blonde hair, I've had bangs, I've had no bangs. I have gone through so many metamorphoses these last few years. I could not even keep track. I graduated college, I went to Europe, I got married, all within fucking 3 years. I did this TikTok thing that I've been doing since literally COVID started, and I was bored at home and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm not gonna get a marketing internship. I'm a business student. What the fuck do I do? And at last minute, I was just like, you know what? I think TikTok is gonna be the next thing. And I think I should start kind of building a portfolio on my social media presence because I think this could be really useful down the line when I'm working in social media marketing for another company. I think this would be great on my portfolio. So that's why I started making TikToks, and I kind of became a girly girl guru, you could say. I was giving, period tips, how to maintain, good skin, how to keep your teeth white, kind of just your how-to girly girl shit, and how to just be a woman and how to, navigate relationships and things. But I was doing it in a way that presented to TikTok at the time. Guys, from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, it is insane to see how transformation happens on TikTok and how it happens with people in marketing. Because from the beginning of TikTok, we were doing these dances, everything was COVID, so everything was super colorful and very out there. There was not a lot of judgment in the same way. People were really being themselves, hella being themselves. It's crazy. You only literally had, I think, videos for 15 seconds. And I think at one point, maybe they did it to 30 seconds. But either way, have you ever tried to give kissing tips or relationship help or bedroom advice or even just how to shave your legs in 15 seconds? I had to rapid speed spit like Eminem on the track to give my TikTok advice back in the day before, when TikTok only had 15-second videos. People are like, why is she speaking so fast? Why is she yelling? Well, I was yelling because I was excited and it kind of just became my thing. I wasn't purposely yelling, but I just got really into it and my voice just got really up. And then I talk so fast anyways, that helped. But then I had to do a fucking video in 15 seconds. I mean, I didn't want to make part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then everybody gets super mad at you back in the day if you had to do a part 2, a part 3. Now people expect that. They're like, oh yeah, where's part 7, 8, 9, 10, 100? That's normal. But in the beginning days of TikTok, people didn't want part 2, part 1. So you had to get that shit out there. So I was spitting my facts very fucking quickly in 15 seconds. Now TikTok has 10 minutes. Do I still speak fast? Yes. But guys, if you watched a video of mine from 2020, how fast I could speak 15 seconds was insane. Even now, I don't even do it that fast. Like, I forget how fast I can talk sometimes. To me, it's not even like, it's natural. You should meet my mother. My mother runs circles around me for speaking so fast. The way me and my mother can speak to each other makes people think we're not even speaking English. Like, when I was having friends over in high school, my mom would like knock at the door and be like, oh yeah, Hallie, can you take out the trash? And I'd be like, yeah, mom, I'll take out the trash after I do this, this, and this. And my friends would be in the room being like, girl, what the fuck did you guys just say to each other? And I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, she just asked me to take out the trash. I told her la la la. And they're like, we did not understand one word of that. You guys said that so quickly. And that's always just how me and my mom have been. And I feel like I just come from a family of yappers, talkers. Everybody in my family loves to talk. Everybody loves to tell a good story. And honestly, I will say my family is very good at talking. Like, everybody knows how to tell a good story. They know how to get the build up, the climax. They really know how to like act it out. Maybe it's because we're all from LA. I also, like, we're just dropping lore here because I'm just like, what the fuck? But no, I'm also from LA, as you guys know, and I feel like I never thought of my family as like a super LA stereotype family, but it is, you know, we've got the models, we've got the wannabe actresses, we've got me, the, you know, now fucking LA porn star, OnlyFans, we've got it all. We've got Hollywood, we've got, you know, addiction, we've got drugs, partying. My family is like so understanding, and we have such a good base because the whole family has probably done something worse. If you're like, I fucked up, you can have 7 other people in the family being like, you didn't fuck up, you're just a kid, that's nothing, you're okay. And that really makes a really nice close-knit family, because sometimes when I compare to my husband's family, they're from Sweden, they're very sheltered, they come from a very small town, everything is super intense and crazy. Like, just moving out of Sweden was a big deal. I'm like, shit, the things I've done and gone through is like, I can't even tell his family because they're so different and they're so sheltered. Whereas in my family, me and my husband, we can tell them anything. Like, when we fuck up and, you know, we're getting evicted because we bought a dog and we weren't supposed to buy a dog. When we got together, our apartment was clearly said no dogs. We signed it, and then we got really stupid and decided to buy a dog. We got evicted. We had to move out in 24 hours. We had to find a new place. And then that day, both of our cars broke down. I was driving a beat up Toyota. My Toyota, literally, I was working at the Cheesecake Factory. I come home from my last shift at the Cheesecake Factory as a server. I pull up in my car, park it, and I'm kind of parked in the butt of somebody's driveway, and I'm like, fuck, okay, I get out. I'm like, shit, I gotta move my car. I hop back into my car to turn it on. It's not turning on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, car's dead. No lights, no nothing. That was the day my Toyota died, but she lived a strong life. I had been driving that Toyota since like I was 16 and a half, and the car died from me when I was like 21. So the car made it a very long time. And I literally go back into my apartment with my husband, and I'm like, actually, we weren't even married at that time. We're still dating, but I was like, hey, I think my car just died. And his car had just died like the week before. So we're like, shit, we have no vehicle. We have nothing. And then we have this new dog we just fucking bought, and we sit on the couch. We're having a really rough like chat. We're just like, shit, like, what do we do? Shit is kind of hitting the fan. And then he's just like, we have this a super emotional talk, and he's like just catching his breath. He looks at his phone, and he's like, fuck. And I'm like, what fucking now? He gets an email from our landlord saying, you're being evicted. You have 24 hours after we just had this super emotional breakdown. That was the second breakdown. So I had to call my mom being like, la, 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 we did this. Now we're getting evicted. I don't know what to do. Luckily, my mom, she was super calm, mellow. She was like, no worries, baby. Been here, done that. Nothing to you. Don't you worry. She's like, you come to me tomorrow. I have 2 cars. I'll give you my other car. Use it as long as you need. Take care of it, and we will figure this out. So my mom sent me some money, gave me her second car, and helped us through a really rough time. And that is something that I can rely on my family for. And that is also why, like, this last year, these last 2-3 years of life has been so fucking intense that I'm so grateful to have built the community that I've built with you guys on TikTok to give you sex advice and all these fun things, because I have been always doing this from day one. Before I did OnlyFans, before I did any of this, I have been wanting to help people and make things better, because I myself knew, as somebody who was really socially awkward and really struggled sometimes, like, to understand how to balance relationships and friendships and even just be a girl was really difficult. And I myself was super tomboy when I was a kid. And then when I started getting older, around like 13, 14, I started being more feminine, being more girly girl, embracing that side of myself. But it took time. It took a process. I remember trying to learn how to curl my hair and like burning my hand. And no matter how many times I put my hair on that fucking curling rod, it wouldn't curl, which sounds so weird. I was using a curling wand, so that's a little trickier. But for some reason, it like wouldn't curl. And I just like remember trying to watch YouTube videos and trying to Google this stuff. And then I remember the first time I ever thought about having sex, and I was like, shit, what do I do? And I was trying to Google everything, but there wasn't like a really fun, good answer that I wanted. I wish there was somebody like me, so that's why I started doing what I did. Started talking about things, started talking about relationships, and it's grown over the years. I've always been about this, and then eventually me and my man were like, hey, let's start an OnlyFans. And I did that behind the scenes for a while, a long time before anybody on TikTok knew. And then eventually I was just getting so many DMs being like, babe, somebody started a fake account. They have your OnlyFans. I don't know if it's deep AI or what it is. And I was like, no, guys, it's cool. It's me. I am a slut. No, but I literally was like, I need to tell people because I just want everybody to calm down. I do know of this, so I told everybody. But then you know, you open the door for more hateful bitches. And by not, I don't even mean women. For the most part, I have no issue with women whatsoever. Usually my girls, no matter who you are, demographic, where you come from, what your beliefs are. Most women love my content, which I love. I'm like, thank you, babes. It's usually just guys who are like, ew, there's children on there. You shouldn't be doing this. You're a whore. And I'm like, you guys are the ones watching my porn. You guys are the ones subscribing to my OnlyFans. But usually it's the guys that give me the most amount of hate, which I'm just like, double-sided, what the fuck, you know? If people could just calm the fuck down a little bit, men, because they're usually the ones who are coming with the most amount of hate, the most amount of bullshit, but then they're the ones that also come to my other account and support there. So I'm just like, what is it? You know, it's never the girls that are usually pissing me off. It's always the guys who say some dumb shit when I'm like, why can't you just accept this? Like, why is it so bad to be openly comfortable with your sexuality and to be able to talk about it and discuss it? And yes, there are kids on the app. That's why I always click whenever I post things on any social media site. I have to click, no, it's not made for kids, 18 and up, explicit. I have to go through all this shit too. Trust me, the kids aren't seeing this shit, okay? And if 14, 15-year-olds are seeing this, that's kind of at the age group where they probably fucking should be learning about, you know, their body and their, you know, anatomy, because people miscontrive. They're always like, oh, if you're talking about sex, like you're just promoting that young people should be having sex. No, I'm not. I'm promoting safe sex so that one day when that girl, that guy, they, them, whoever gets into a situation where they're maybe about to kiss a guy, or maybe somebody's being too pushy consensually and trying to, you know, coerce them into a sexual activity, they will have the tools and the right mindset to avoid that. Because the amount of women that I know, which is almost every single woman, has had some form of sexual harassment or abuse. And we could have such a safer world for men, women, they, them, for everybody if you just knew how to talk about your boundaries and knew this is not okay and this is okay. So many people would have better sexual lives and not have these traumatic events happen because they would know what to do. They would have somebody to speak to and they would know how to handle it. So that's why I fucking talk about this shit. And I'm also fucking good at it. I give good tips and I like doing it. It's something that's honestly, fuck, my calling. I don't know why I'm good at giving sex tips. I don't know how I always think of something else. I just do. I get that question all the time. How do you always think of this? How do you always think of that? You guys help me. You know, I get a DM saying, hey, what's this? And I'm like, wait, I never thought about that. Like, that's a good thing to bring up. Or, hey, I do that, but I never thought I did that. So that's always how it comes. And I just come from a place of love. And I hate also seeing these influencers and creators come out on TikTok as TikTok's probably about to be banned and be like, oh, just so you guys should know, since it's going to be banned, I lied about this, and this. Why the fuck were you lying? I promise to you guys, I'm not lying about my advice on my sexual tips or lying about things that I'm doing for content creation. Nothing, because what the fuck is the point of that? Like, why lie on your whole entire, you know, platform for years and then at last minute just be like, oh yeah, by the way, this was a lie, but gotcha. Like, no, don't lie. Why are you lying? Just keep it realistic. That's what I'm about for sexuality, for content creation, for just being a fucking human being. Why are we lying to other people? Why are we falsifying things? Keep it real, keep it fun, and that's what makes these things enjoyable. But guys, I am so sad. It's a whirlwind of TikTok and all this shit, and I'm still gonna be here. Girl Core is gonna be here every Sunday. my YouTube channel. Join my mother freaking YouTube channel because that's where I'll be posting more videos and might be even posting long form tips and advice if TikTok goes bye-bye. I know we're all on that fuck meta shit and we don't want to fuck with, Instagram and all that, but I will be there. I'm addicted to the phone just like everybody else. So I'll be on Instagram. Follow me there. Hopefully this TikTok shit does not go through. Worst come to worst, I run up, I pack my bags, and we run away to Sweden with my husband. But who's to say? I don't even fucking know how TikTok's gonna work and if they'll ban my account just for being an American account. We will see. Times are unprecedented and I'm fucking tired of it. I'm so tired of living through so much once in a lifetime national things. I've lived through the worst fires in history. I've lived through the most bullshit shit, COVID, all these things. I feel like we are just the fucking guinea pig generation. The Gen Z kids and the Generation Alpha, all these kids, we are just the guinea pigs. We have to live through every bullshit new thing. Oh, here's a new deadly virus. Oh, here's a new school program. Oh, here's a new unprecedented natural disaster because the rest of the world fucked up everything else because the rich keep getting richer and just killing our environment and we just get to live with it. But here's another unprecedented thing that's never happened in 100 billion years of history. You get to live it. I'm so tired of being that. I don't want to be the guinea pig anymore. Anyways, guys, just getting off that little rant, let's get back into sex tips because that's still what I love to do. Question number 1. I love your podcast so much. Can you please do an episode about Kegel balls? I would love to try them, but I have no idea how to use them. Guys, have you ever thought about trying Kegel balls? These are these little balls that you slip up into your kitty cat, into your puss, and are then going to help, exercise your pelvic floor. I think these Kegel balls are just false advertisement and another thing to make women feel bad about themselves and pressure them into an unrealistic beauty standard. Yep, Kegel balls are bullshit unless prescribed to you. Now, lots of women have a lot of help with Kegel balls. Sometimes they have given birth, their pelvic floor is weaker, they're having issues, there's so many things of menopause and things that your doctor would recommend you to have Kegel balls. But unless you're told by a doctor that you really need Kegel balls or you're having some issue and you go to your doctor and they're like, yes, this is good for you, I would not try it. I think Kegel balls is just another thing sold to women to make them feel bad about themselves and to make them buy into more capitalist bullshit, to buy another thing they don't need, that they really probably just aren't gonna, use ever. You might use it twice and then never use it again. For the most part, unless you are told by a doctor, I think Kegel balls are bullshit. Next thing, hi Hallie, I have a question for you. I have a friend and he lives far away and he's super into sexting. I want to make it better and more than just sending, pink water bottle pictures back and forth and less awkward. If you're trying to have good spicy texting, you want to, do a little spicy sex, I recommend voice notes. Voice notes are the hottest damn thing you can send somebody. Have you ever heard a man's raspy voice talking on a voice note? It is so fucking hot. You can whisper into that and say some sultry stuff. If you want to spice up your sexting, okay, you want to spice up your spicy texting, I recommend voice notes because it's the best way to add to the intrigue, to make it a little more spicy and better than just getting, endless pink water bottle pics. And people really love voice notes. You don't even realize you like one until you get a really hot one and he's, maybe, stroking, doing some fun. Maybe you're doing a little solo DJ set while you guys are going back and forth doing voice notes. I highly recommend you add that into your spicy texting because it's a fun way to mix it up. Hi, Hallie. I love your podcast. Thank you. And your TikTok. Thank you. I love that too. Ultimate Girls. I was just wondering how to dress more feminine and sexy to feel more comfortable doing so. I have feminine clothes, but also never wear them and usually end up dressing like someone's uncle. Thanks for all you do. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, guys, if you want to tap into your feminine energy, it's about finding the right clothing for yourself. Functional feminine clothing, because sometimes more feminine clothing, you might think a mini skirt or a super, tight floral top. You can wear super cute baggy pink pants or something that just feels a little bit more soft, maybe a big crochet kind of, sweater. They just have those feminine touches, whether it be adding little bows to your hair, braiding your hair, adding a little makeup, adding a little color, a little playfulness with your outfit. I think the problem is if you try to go from dressing more comfortable like an uncle per se, which is probably baggier clothes and just more comfortable clothing in general, like menswear, you leave out the room for feminine wear, which is usually more restrictive. Find the balance, find the in-between, find that clothing that is feminine, but still is loose and comfortable. Because if you're having an issue and you're just I buy the super cute girly shit, but I don't want to wear the super cute girly shit. Buy something that's more cute. Think of not Aritzia, well, Aritzia is great. It's just super expensive. I personally will never spend that much on clothing like that, but I would buy like, you know, like a super cute oversized pink hoodie. You can find something on Amazon. You can find something there. You can find something at Target. They have lots of cute little pink pajama sets. Try to find more feminine touches, but think about practicality and actual comfort. Or you're just wearing fucking sequins, and sequins hurt. Sequins scratch you. Have you ever worn a sequin dress? I wore a sequin dress one time to homecoming. I had the biggest like red chafe marks under my arms and armpits after that dance, and little cuts on my arms and legs because I would be scraping my arms while I was throwing it back and dancing on the fucking sequin dress. So, you know, find feminine clothing that is more comfortable and more realistic for your lifestyle. I feel like you're probably just dressing or buying things outside of your lifestyle. All right, guys, that wraps it up this week's episode of Girl Core. I love you so much, and I'll see you next Sunday.